Hello, good day to everybody. So today I was listening, about uh, protests in Canada, and I listened. I actually just saw a quick video how, this one, truck protest or truckers protest, um, just just set in motion a bunch of protests across the entire Canada, all sorts of towns, cities. And so it's then I was listening to somebody else who said that it's basically a psyop, and I can see their point, and it's a pretty valid point because a while back, or a long time ago now, I said that when people are where was that? I was saying that when that was happening in Italy and in some other places in the world where truckers were protesting, and I don't know how many workers are protesting, sort of really essential workers, meaning handy people, that fix our that sorry, I'm really thirsty right now. Get some water from here. Anyways, that that make our daily lives, pretty convenient and comfortable. Those people, if those people protest, and imagine the import, export, truckers, any, trains or any kind of stuff like that that brings food to our homes. That's always bad. And it's like, we're gonna break the economy. That's how we're gonna break the economy and force the government to change their rules and their mandates, or to actually recall mandates, and give us freedom back. And it's like, I always said, who are you kidding? Because listen, these government people in high positions of power, they don't need those truckers. They don't need those people that me and you do. Okay? They do not need them. They have, if worse comes to worse, they have, off-site locations with, bunkers, underground facilities where they have, plenty of reserves of food, even water, and guess what? Even seeds. So if that stuff, and technology for growing those seeds. So if worse comes to worse and it really gets bad, me and you may be the ones staying up, on the ground, whereas they be underground, waiting, basically left to our own devices, to mercy of the land, mercy of the whatever they initiate or make happen. What the heck happened here? It's some kind of accident or something. So like, you're not, with blocking roads and basically blocking transportation, you're only hurting yourselves. We are only hurting ourselves. We're hurting the little guy. And in that perspective, unless you're super rich, all right, and you have billions or millions of currency, and you can buy some way in to the insiders club, then you're okay. But I'm assuming that most of you who are listening to me here don't have those means. So it goes to you. It's like you're sitting on a branch that grows fruit that you eat, that you need in order to keep going, and you're cutting that branch off. not only it's not gonna bear any fruit for you anymore, but it's also not gonna give up right underneath you, which will make you fall off and hurt yourself. So that's how these things work. So that's why I'm always, you know, for standing up for what you believe is enough. You know, enough is enough. I get it. You know, and that's great. But like I will always repeat, always say it again and again and again. I see too much in all these protests. I see too many blind people, zombies basically, you know, shouting all the same thing, or, you know, similar things, or, you know, certain slogans, you know. It's because these people don't have any true vision. There's no vision. You can't just be like, I want freedom, but you don't want any responsibility over having freedom. You see? You can't just want freedom. I mean, you can. Okay, you can. But it's very, very irresponsible to only see your rights, but not your duties, you know, not your responsibilities to yourself even. Not only, forget about the society. Forget about like what you owe to anybody else. It doesn't matter. Let's say you don't owe anybody anything, all right? You just live your life, you mind your own business, and that's it. But you owe certain, you know, accountability and certain responsibilities and duties to yourself, so that your life and what comes out of your life is productive and is creative in the sense of providing solutions that will serve those that come after you, you know, that come here and continue this life after yours is basically comes to a peak, okay, and then it declines and it ends. That's the whole point. That's, you know, the entire idea of why you even supposedly have free will. I mean, I don't think you really do, because I mean, to have a free will, you first have to sort of be deserving of it in order to have it. You know, it's like we could go into this whole topic of free will. I've discussed it many times, maybe in different videos or even on a different channel, but it's not as simple as it like, oh, I'm free, I can do whatever I want. No, you can't. That's not how it goes. And guess what? It's not because somebody else prevents you from doing it, but it's your own power that sort of blocks you and saves you from the foolishness and ignorance towards your own power, using your own power in a blind way that will, you know, come full circle back to you. If it's misused, who do you think it's gonna hurt? I mean, you are gonna be the end recipient of that. However, you think that's not true, and you know there's no proof to it, and blah blah blah. So yeah, so this whole protesting in general, not only the truckers, but in general, protesting, it's not going anywhere. You can clearly see things are still being, you know, run the way, you know, they're still achieving what they wanted to achieve, regardless of how loud you are and how disruptive you are, which you're yelling and shouting and throwing things maybe, or, you know, bashing things, or, you know, cursing the government people and specific officials and names. You won't do anything. You truly will not do anything. I can tell you that you can do that all day long, as much as you want to. You're only gonna deprive yourself of the dignity and self-respect and self-love, because you're not being honest. If you are out there screaming and doing all this stuff and thinking you're doing something with that, you are lying to yourself. And nothing will change, at least for you, nothing. I mean, for the better. Nothing will change for you that will be better. Things will change because of that, but remember, it's going to be to your downfall. It's going to be to your disadvantage, whatever is going to change that way. Okay? So listen, whatever is going to change that way, due to you shouting, bashing things, cursing certain people out, it's going to be to your disadvantage. That change will not be beneficial to you. So you're basically creating exactly what you are fighting to stop. So you're fighting to stop what? Tyranny, control, overreach of the government over your life, right? And your, birth-given rights. You're doing exactly, you're giving them the ammo, all the ammunition they need in order to completely manifest all those things that you are so afraid of that they will actually do. Yes, they will do exactly that, and they will do it with your help. They are doing it with your help. They want you to be out there. They want you to act like completely like a loose cannon, out of control. They want that. They want to see you being like, freedom, freedom, freedom. They want you to do that. They want to show everybody how ridiculous you look, how stupid you look when you do that, how primitive you look, because there's no intelligence behind it. Everybody wants freedom. There's nothing creative in it. There's nothing, like the smallest flower in a field wants to have freedom. Freedom from what? From being suppressed, from being pushed down by a larger weed, from being pushed down, from being, overshadowed by a larger flower, from weeds growing in its territory, close to it, taking the nourishment away from it. Everything and everybody wants freedom. So what's so new about that? Like, what kind of freedom? What is freedom to you anyways? To live your life the way you used to live? To continue this misery of life? Because that's misery, guys. Like, for many years, listen, for many years, people do not live life according to their integrity. For many years, this has not been life. Paying bills, moving to a better place, more luxury place, getting more luxury things, creating more waste, making more money so you can pay those larger bills that provide more luxuries. We all do that to a certain extent, and it's nonsense. It's complete nonsense. It's not freedom. That's not freedom. So if that's the freedom you're rooting for, you're on the wrong track. You're headed for a self-collision, all right? You know what that means? You're headed to smash a mirror, And that mirror, after you smash it, you realize there was nobody behind it doing this thing but yourself. You are getting closer and closer to this mirror. You're getting closer and closer to this big picture of what you're really doing and what you're really standing for. And once you realize that, once you fully grasp that, you'll feel really stupid. You'll feel really disappointed that you were so stupid that you fell for your own trick of wanting this freedom, but in fact, you're just deepening your trap, your own trap. I mean, don't you want life to change? Don't you want life to be something different? And for that, that's not gonna happen with you, yelling, marching, to the cities and, yelling stuff there. I mean, I could have been out there yelling. I could have been informing people of all the stuff that I'm talking to you about right now. I could have had a microphone standing on some freaking, post in the middle of the city yelling at people passing by. And they're like, how are you so stupid? You gotta start living life different. You gotta start thinking differently. You gotta start perceiving life very different. What are you doing? You know what corporations are doing to you. I don't want to do that. You know why? Because a lot of people that live there, they don't give a crap about it. They don't care to know. They're not willing to see. If they were, they wouldn't need me standing there yelling at them. And the only thing I'm going to do that, I'm going to embarrass myself And I would do that. I would embarrass myself if that would get somewhere, if that would get my message to a larger crowd, and where these people would actually want it and understand it. But they don't. So why the heck am I gonna go out there, put myself out there, make a fool of myself for the same people then to come and try to humiliate me and mock me and basically eventually try to destroy me for trying to knock some sense into them. It's no point. That's why I'm up here. If you want to listen to this, you can. If you want to extract something, if this means something to you and it gives you something to think about, and it, you know, sheds a different light on how you're seeing things and yourself and life in general, in the whole, you know, economy and the systematic, you know, structure of what we call society, then great. You can find me here. I will be here as long as this will be available. All right? As long as there's something to talk about, I will be up here. But I'm not. I am not going out there to pull people out of their own shit if they like it. You know? And if they think I'm an idiot for even trying. I won't do it. Makes no sense. It's a waste of my time, a waste of my energy. I can do a whole lot of better stuff. Shit, I'd rather go on a bike. Even though that's not, you know, contributing any, you know, greater purpose on earth to this society, me going on a bike. But shit, I'd rather do that. And have some fun. Come home more relaxed and be in a better mood because I, you know, have a certain outlet that allows me to liberate myself from these mundane every day. Great, you know. So have fun and think about these things so you can see what this is, what people are doing to themselves. So this is now, you can see now our society is polarizing in many ways. I can go into this deeper next time because otherwise this video is going to end up being super long. But there are polarities coming up and growing into extremes on each side in many ways. Not just people who are for masks and for no masks or vaccines or no vaccines. It doesn't even matter. It's like it's a totally different game here. You have polarization on every level of our society, and it's only gonna grow and grow into an extreme, into two extremes. So be careful you don't fall for neither of them. Alright? It's gonna be bad if you will be on one of those sides. You know, I am for the polarization. I truly am, because it's enough. Times need to show people up. Okay? They need to. People need it. They don't want unity. So let them have them. Let them have, you know, I don't know, what would I call that? Disunity? Separation. Let them have this separation. It's great for them. They're gonna, you know, the consciousness is gonna pick up a lot of stuff and expand in many ways because of that tragedy. That's tragedy. Remember that. Polarization into extreme is a very bad thing for a living man. Very bad thing. Terrible thing.